Hey Diablo fans, welcome to the newest episode of Blizzplanet.com's Diablo Dialogue. Now can you believe it, alright? It's been almost 12 years since Diablo 2, almost 4 years since they announced Diablo 3, and now it's almost here. 7 days, just 1 week from the release of Diablo 3. Alright? I cannot explain how excited I am. Of course, I'm your host, the bearded gamer, Chris Arnone. Let's get into a just tremendously huge weekly news roundup.
Stay a while and listen.
Alright, so the Diablo 3 promotional site did indeed hit 100%. And when they hit that, of course, they released this really cool 2D short called Diablo 3 Wrath. Now, it's by Titmouse Inc. and Peter Chung, who you may have heard of, something he worked on, a little cartoon called Aeon Flux. Hello. But it is just super, super awesome. Go and watch this thing. It's really cool. It's got like all of the archangels fighting against Diablo, but maybe there's some foreshadowing of, some things that Imperius is doing that maybe aren't quite jiving with what some of the other angels are up to. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to play into the full Diablo 3 game, but I tell you what, it's a really cool 2D short to watch, and it just gets you even more pumped up for the release of Diablo 3. So speaking of promo sites, the Wizard Spotlight has ended, so that was the last character spotlight. I know, we're all sad. But you still have time to go and get your sigils. Up until May 18th, you can go and get all the various sigils. You still got to do the work to get them all unlocked, but you can still get them through May 18th. But after the 18th, they will be gone forever. So now is the time, okay? Go and do it. Now, the Real Money Auction House we've now hearing about will not be open when Diablo 3 launches. They're planning to roll it out about a week after the game comes out. Now, they have said they just want to make sure that the rest of Diablo 3 launches and looks good and is running smooth before they jump into the Real Money Auction House. Now, they're also saying about a week. So, don't get your panties up in a bunch if we don't see the Real Money Auction House at like 12:01 a.m. on the 22nd of May. They really want to make sure Diablo 3 is running smooth before they roll this really cool new feature out, okay? Some of you may have heard some whispers of Enrage Timers. There's been some data mining going on, and some people have found that there might be Enrage Timers in there. Well, let me explain first off what an Enrage Timer is. They have them a lot in World of Warcraft and in other MMOs. It's basically you have a set amount of time to beat some sort of major boss. At that point, this timer goes off, they enrage, which is basically they buff to all bejesus and one-shot kill everyone. Yes, it has been confirmed by Bashiok they will be in Diablo 3. Now, the reason they're in there is to keep low-level players from basically grinding for hours on end to beat some high-level, Inferno-level boss, which is just way above what they should be fighting at that point. So it's just to sort of keep people in check and keep things a little balanced. That yes, there will be Enrage Timers, but from what they're saying, it seems like if you're playing the game along normally and playing it at your appropriate level, they're really not going to be much of an issue. So, if you're looking forward to Diablo 3, of course you are, you might be looking forward to Diablo 3 The Order. Now again, this is the novel by Nate Kenyon, and it's set to release on the same day as the game, May 15th. Well, right now it is 40% off. If you go pre-order it from Premier Collectibles through Friday, they'll have this discount running. It's 40% off. This also applies to the audiobook. Now the cool thing I'm digging about that is you can go get the audiobook, and while you're playing Diablo 3, you can be listening to the audiobook. So, you don't actually have to take away time from your demon slaying to, read the book. That's cool, right? Yeah. Okay, so if you're going to go buy it, go to Premier Collectibles, get your 40% off. How else are you going to do it, right? Okay, so, this is a big one, right? I got to scroll down here. Launch day preparations, okay? Blizzard has put out this whole litany of things telling you to do to get ready for the big launch. Okay, first off, special edition pre-orders are sold out. You cannot pre-order them anymore. However, a lot of these brick and mortar stores are still getting more than what their pre-orders covered. So if you get in there early, go out, hit your midnight launch parties if you've got them, you may still be able to get your hands on one of these awesome special collector's edition of Diablo 3, okay? So go and head out and find them. Now, a little warning, speaking of that collector's edition, if you're looking at the behind-the-scenes DVDs, you have been warned that there are some spoilers in there. So you may want to go ahead and play through the whole story before you sit down and watch those DVDs for the behind-the-scenes. But those should be really cool. But, you know, just be careful. If you really hate spoilers, you may want to hold off until after you've beaten the game. You should go and create your battle tags now. Now, why do we say this? Well, as soon as the game launches, there's going to be a huge rush of people at the servers. Now, you have to have your battle tag created to play Diablo 3. And you can do it now. You don't have to wait till the game comes out. So go ahead and take care of it before there's this huge onrush on the servers in a week. You can create your battle tag and you'll be all ready and set to go when the game launches. Now, for those of you in different regions, you need to watch your regional times. Okay, in the Americas and several other places, the servers will go live May 15th, 12:01 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Europe is going to go live 7 hours earlier, so be aware of those different times. You know, get your Mountain Dew, your Cheetos, everything you need to go, and hit that 12:01 a.m. at the correct time. Okay, you don't want to be in there like 2 hours early going, you know, take a nap first. It's okay. It'll come. Now the game, did you buy a digital copy? Okay, I did. I bought a digital copy. You can download the client now if you haven't already. I don't know who wouldn't. I mean, you buy it and it says download the client. Well, why wouldn't you download the client? But once again, get that done. It is several gigabytes. It will take some time. So go ahead and just download the client, have it ready. I hate desktop icons, but you know what? I got my little Diablo 3 desktop icon just sitting there waiting so I can launch that thing and get it going. All right. Now, the game installer will unlock at 8:01 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on May 14th. So that's why I've got my little icon sitting there. So 8:01 a.m. Pacific, I can open that up and it will get the installer going and go ahead and install the full game on there. Once again, the game won't go live till 12:01 a.m. Pacific, but at least you can have it installed, ready to just launch right into it when those servers go live. So that should be awesome. Now, for all of you, be careful of spoilers on May the 14th, okay? Because once that installer goes live, you know there's some creative hackers out there that are going to start data mining that information. They're probably going to be able to find some stuff about the story. So beware the internet on May 14th. But of course, Blizzplanet.com would never publish a spoiler, okay? So it's safe. Come to Blizzplanet. Go ahead. You can still get all your information here. No spoilers for Diablo 3 with us. It's not going to happen. Now, Global Play, some of you may be looking forward to this. It lets you create characters in different regions. But beware if you think, aha, I'm going to make a European character 7 hours before launch. Global Play will not go live until the game has launched in all regions. So, no cheating. Yeah, that was my plan. What was your plan, right? Too, right? Oh well. So we have to wait until 12:01 a.m. still. Now, the heavy server load is expected on the game launch. So Blizzard is telling you there may be a delay when you're trying to sign in, up to 40 seconds, which I gotta say that's pretty impressive. If that's the biggest delay they're expecting is 40 seconds. But of course, also with a delay, you might get what they're calling an error 37, which is just gonna tell you to go ahead and try to sign back on. Now, be sure to check Blizzard's forums for any updates about outages or problems they may be having. And of course, you can also follow Bashiok on Twitter at Bashiok, real simple. And he'll be trying to crank out those updates as well on Twitter to let you know if they're having any issues or any fluctuations. And hopefully, they'll just be telling you everything's pumping on all cylinders, everything's going strong. So, whoo, huge update of things to do before that May 15th release. Okay, so last week we gave away that spectacular Diablo 3 headset and mouse. Now, who's the winner? I'm going to announce it. You ready? You ready? NeinballPenguin. You win that just awesome headset and mouse. So, congratulations. Now, speaking of giveaways, of course, Blizzplanet.com the YouTube channel is doing more and more giveaways, okay? Already we're going to be giving away one collector's edition of Diablo 3, okay, because the channel hit 2,000 subscribers. We hit 4,000, we're giving away another one, okay? Eldorian is just so geared up to give these things away, but you got to hit that 4,000. So subscribe. Find some friends, make them subscribe. You all want to subscribe. You want to see my lovely face 3 times a week for Diablo, StarCraft, and Warcraft, right? Of course you do. So subscribe, find more subscribers. We're giving away those collector's editions. It's awesome. Okay, so let's end with a question, as I often like to do. So, what preparations have you made for the launch of Diablo 3? Did you go buy your Mountain Dew? Did you go stack up on your Pringles? Did you buy a new PC? Maybe taking a few days off work? Did you tell all your friends and family that, sorry, I don't care what happens, if Grandpa dies, I'll just have to miss the funeral until the weekend? I'm playing Diablo, dang it. We want to know what you have done to prepare for this epic May 15th launch, okay? Let us know in the comments. We're so excited to read that. While you're on YouTube, of course, check out Bearded Gamer Show, all of my shows. It's all about everything gaming, not just Blizzard. And of course, head over to blizzplanet.com, all the news, reviews, awesome community, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. See you next week.